Ready? Okay. Welcome back to day 2 of the first round games of the 2024 UK Healthcare KHSAA Boys Sweet 16 basketball tournaments. Today's winners of the first game, there are Harlan County Black Bears. We have head coach Cal Jones, student athletes J.C. Carter, Trent Noah, and Maddox Huff. Coach, comments, please.
First comment, it sounds good. Harlan County Black Bears getting a win because, last few years, Mountain Schools has, struggled down here, and I was glad these guys had the opportunity to showcase their talents. And, we knew Warren Central was a lot better than their record. We knew the Unseld kid had been hurt most of the year. Coach Unseld's a great coach, and we're just really pleased with getting the win.
Questions from the media? It's in the very back.
This is kind of for anybody. Hey, you guys, this is the first time I think that Harlan County's ever moved past the first round. So that's pretty historic for the school. What are your feelings on that?
Well, this is the first time one of the county schools before consolidation, even, that we had a team win a game in the state tournament. So this is a special day. But we've told these kids, we're not overconfident, but we're we feel like we can play with a lot of people, especially for making shots. So just a real special moment. It's something I'll never forget, and I know these kids won't. But I think these guys have got a little more to prove.
Trent, can you just go into the detail of the 3-pointer that you hit about less than a minute to go? It was a 60-57 game. You just hit one of the biggest shots of the game. Can you just go into detail on that?
I mean, yeah, for sure. My teammates, they always trusted me and put me in the right spots to make plays and help us win. Warren Central, I mean, they're a really good team. They have a really good player in Unseld, and they have other guys around them that are really good too. Very well coached, and I just know that I needed to step up whenever they were making a little run and try to get the tie back on our side. But no, my teammates trusted me, and thankfully it went in.
So for the same play for coach, it looks like that looked like a called play out of the out of bounds. So maybe talk about, was that the number one option?
Well, I don't know if it's necessarily a called play. We just wanted to get it in one of these two guys' hands, and then we trust them to make plays. They've done it all year, and a lot of times, I've told people, I feel like I'm a little biased. I'm his coach, but I feel like he's the best player in the state of Kentucky, and I feel like we got one of the best 1-2 punches in the state. So, and then I know I'm getting off topic, but our complimentary players, guys that has just improved so much. We've those guys have come a long way, and I'm just really proud. I don't really know what to say. I'm just so proud of them.
Here in the middle.
What a pleasure. Could you talk about what it means for Harlan County to win its first Sweet 16 game?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, we had a huge fan support, and they always do it like that. I mean, the whole community's been behind us all year, and for them not to drive down here and watch us lose, hopefully they'll be going home happy tonight. But no, we got one more tomorrow, and we already know that they'll be packed out again and cheering for us. They're our biggest supporters, and we really appreciate them.
Here on the end.
Coach Jones, you knew that at some point they were going to pick up the pressure defensively, start trying, and you kind of didn't.
Stuttered,
Yeah, I mean, it was a little bit of a cat and mouse game there. Could you just kind of take us through that in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, we knew that was coming at some point. I figured it might come a little earlier, because they have a little more depth than we do, and we just had to call a timeout and get them settled down, and towards the end, they made the right plays.
Yeah, Coach, you just talk a little bit when you talk before the tournament about saying, hey, he's the best player in the state in my mind.
maybe that put a little pressure on or not, how he responded? And then Trent, did you hear what he said like that? Does that even bother you or you just agree with him?
I mean, he has all the confidence in the world in me, but there's so many good players in the state of Kentucky. If my name's mentioned up at the top of the list, I feel like that's an honor.
You know, I'm sure a lot of the coaches, Coach Unseld, Coach Perry, they feel their guys the best. That you want to have confidence in your kids, and I've got all the confidence in the world in Trent, and then the rest of these guys. We basically play with 6 guys all year, and they've just all contributed in different ways, and I think that's what makes a good solid team.
I just wonder early on, we wonder how you react to playing the Rep Arena after all this, over the years. You hit 2 threes, Trent hit a 3, you scored 14 points in the first 3 or 4 minutes. Were you not nervous at all to start the thing or what?
No, not at all. There's always a little bit of nerves going in just because it's such a big stage and something that you've dreamed about for a long time. But I feel like me and my team, I don't feel like any of us are really nervous. I feel like we've put in all the work that we needed to do to perform the way we wanted to. And so just trusting in our work and trusting what our coaches have for us it helped us to be confident going out.
Coach, we've talked all postseason how this is a family legacy. Your dad's been here, your brother's been here, now you've been here. And you said he told you to just kind of take it all in. What did it feel like to actually be here under these lights on that court and coaching?
I know my mouth was really dry at the start of the game, and I think that a lot of that was nerves. And my dad, he's a great coach, been a great mentor to me. My brother's, he's done a good job wherever he's been, and I've been to this tournament since I can remember. And it's they say the greatest show in hoops, and I really believe that. There's nothing like it. No other state does it like this, and but it's just an honor to be out there on that floor and knowing that I was sitting. That is their home bench, right? UK. We sat on. Yeah. I've even thought about that. So I was just honored to be here and be coaching here.
Y'all defense has been the biggest thing here this run lately. I thought that was really good today too.
Yeah. We knew we had problems with Unseld. We just wanted to make all these touches tough. We kind of towards the end, Coach Unseld done some great job on adjustments, and we had to start switching more and got caught in some of those switches. And I felt like the guys that guarded him today done an excellent job.
Final question here.
Trent, obviously next year you're going to be at South Carolina. You think this is a great introduction for you to Rope?
I mean, I don't know about all that, but yeah, I'm super excited for them. Excited to go back to the hotel, relax a little bit, and hopefully they continue dancing after today. They got a big game, but no, it was a great experience. I mean, everybody dreams of playing at Rupp Arena as a little kid, and to do it with like all the kids you grow up with, go to class with. I mean, I don't think none of us are going to forget this moment.
Coach Jones, congratulations to you and the Harlan County Black Bears in making it to the quarterfinals.
Thank you guys
Good luck,
very
gentlemen.
much.
Thank you all. Takes it to your right, watch your step. We have now at the podium, we have the Warren Central Dragons, head coach William Unseld, student athletes Drevin Bratton, Caden Unseld, and Caden Hammer. Coach, comments, please.
Man, good team, really good team. They got a great player who had a great game today. We did some things that we didn't want to do. We worked on for a week, and I don't know. I think we froze up a little bit. A lot of these guys had been here, so we kept leaving Noah open, and that definitely wasn't the game plan. Lack of communication really hurt us today. Didn't talk. We tell kids all the time that's big for us. You got to talk defensively, and we did not at all. And it hurt us in big stretches. And, we got into 2, and we took a tough shot, and I think they're going to 9-0 run right after that. And to our credit, we fought to get back in it. To our kids' credit, they fought to get back in it, but just didn't make enough plays down the stretch.
Questions from the media?
Yeah, Coach. Do you feel like there were certain stretches where maybe you guys kind of beat yourselves a little bit?
We definitely did. There was multiple stretches there where we beat them, and stuff, like I said, stuff we talked on. We'll come out of timeout and just told them what was going to happen, and they do, something different. It's teenagers. So we nothing, can't take any credit from Harlan County. Trent made shots. Maddox made shots. They rebounded when they needed to, but we gave them a lot of stuff by just, like I said, stuff we worked on, and just got lost into the game a little bit. And like I said, we took a few bad shots at inopportune times where, we had the game at 2 or have it at 3, and we just didn't make the plays we need to make.
Coach, what makes Trent so good, do you think?
He's so big and strong, and the way the game is played today, if you can shoot the ball like that, you're going to be very successful. He can really shoot the ball. And he's so big and strong. He's a tough matchup on the high school level because he's so big and strong. But, you put a little guy on him, try to get under him, and he posts him up. You put a bigger guy on him, he's going to go around him. So he's a tough matchup. He's a heck of a player. Like I said, every time we made a run, we lost him. And he just make and I'm looking at my kids like, it's that guy, the biggest dude on the floor, and we keep losing him, wide open. And that's why I told our kid, I said, it don't matter who you got. If you see him running wide open, you go to him. And we literally just leave him open, and but my man's right here, coach. No. Nobody has a man but him. He's the man. But it just one of those. We had the year we had. I'm tickled to death that we had the year we had with the injuries, and we didn't have 3 starters to the end of January. We started out 1-5, 1-6, and then we got Cade back, and he was playing 16 minutes a game. Couldn't play back-to-back games. Didn't no different than Florida, no different than the region championship he plays, didn't practice again till Monday. So, it made us tough to really get going. So to get here and to play here for those guys was great. It was a great season for us.
Here on the end.
Well, it was a little bit of a cat and mouse game. When you guys went to the pressure defense, Coach Jones said he anticipated maybe you going a little sooner. Could you just take us through your strategy there?
Well, we got in foul trouble. So we got in foul trouble, so that negated us being able to press early and doing some of that stuff. And we had some success, but a lot of that success too was that they had the lead and they kind of held on to the ball a little bit, so it allowed our pressure to work. We could have pressed them early and lose those 2 guys, and they make shot after shot, and then you just get beat. Again, man, it really just came down to us making plays, and we didn't, and they did. They made great plays. They made plays when they needed to. And we, like I said, we took some tough shots when we didn't have to. Then we just didn't locate and match up defensively when we needed to. And can't do that in a game like this. Can't do it in a game like this. And again, the first thing we put on the board is communicate. And we didn't do it at all tonight. And that's that. I told him, I said, that's what got us beat.
Back here in the back.
Cade, can you kind of reflect on, you're going to be a Hilltopper next season, but finishing your career as a Dragon, what did it mean to play under your father here? And can you kind of reflect on that as well as coach? What did it mean to coach your son in these big games like this?
Yes, sir. It meant a lot of wins. This season, especially what we've been through to finish where we finished at. But just looking back, upset on the loss.
I mean, it's been great coaching. I'm ready to hand him off though. It's time to get back to be father and son. Because it makes it hard to coach. It's great coaching your son, but it can be very hard because it's hard for him to separate dad and coach. But no, he's had honestly, I didn't want him to play at all this year. Let's just shut it down, get healthy, but to his credit, he wanted to play with his guys. He's like, Dad, it's my first time playing with my guys. I've always played with the older guys. Now I want to lead my guys. And he's like, I just want to get them to rub. I want to get those guys a rub where they can get to play. And he did what he wanted to do. And he was, he's very resilient. He was very tough. He's playing it about 70%, so, for me, I was like, hey, man, let's shut this thing down. I've said it multiple times throughout the year, man, let's shut it down. Let's shut it down. I said it the other day, let's shut it down. We can go to Rupp. You got him there. Let's shut it down. He doesn't want to, he didn't want to. We're going to now. Shut it down and try to get to 100% as soon as he can and take some time off and enjoy being father and son again. But it's been great. I told him, I said, you accomplished everything you needed to. King of the Bluegrass MVP, first team All-State, state champion, state runner-up. There ain't much left out there for you. So we can shut this thing down. But again, he wanted to play with his guys, his classmates, and his buddies. So I let him make that decision. But if it was up to Dad, we'd have shut it down a long time ago.
For Draven and Caden, the experience of getting up here and being able to kind of get back and have a chance to defend this. I know it didn't end the way you guys wanted to, but what that mean to you guys to continue this and get you guys up here as seniors?
It meant a lot to me. I mean, nobody really thought we would get here. Everybody doubted us going into the region championship. So just getting here with my guys and, it didn't end the way we wanted it to, but it meant a lot to me getting here.
It meant something. I guess it's meant something to me. I mean, everybody was against us at one point, so nobody really thought we was gonna get here. So,
Coach, you can obviously input on this as well, but I mean, a lot of times people, they see Warren Central always in the state tournament, 6 out of the last 7 years, 3 years in a row. And they're like, oh, they're used to this. They're used to being on this court. But what they don't realize is, yes, you have Cade and Caden who have been here before and who have played on this court, but you have a lot of guys like Draven who have not played on this court before. And even if you have played on this court multiple times, every single time you're here, it takes a little bit getting used to. I mean, we saw that a little bit with Cade in the beginning, just trying to get used to it and get used to that court again, especially with having these new guys who have never played here before.
Well, I saw that in the locker room before the game. I was a little worried. I could see it in their eyes a little bit. Most of these guys haven't been there. And even Caden barely played last year. Hammer barely played last year. But that attributed to the start we had. That attributed to our lack of communication. Like I said, again, I'm proud of them. They fought. They gave me everything I could have asked for. I just would, wish we could have made the plays when we did, but can't win it every year. Can't win it every year. We'll get back to the drawing board, get back to work here real soon. But, it's like I said, it was a big moment for them. And some guys never got into the game mentally. We talked about that after the game. Some of you guys having the biggest opportunity in your life, and mentally you just was out of it from the get-go. You're dealing with high school kids. So that was a struggle for us. We had some key contributors that just was not focused and locked in. And that allowed, they attributed to us those guys getting open and making big shots against us, because some of those guys were guarding them, and they would. Our plan was to not leave them, and we kept leaving them.
Coach, just looking back at these last 3 years,
Yep.
and, making it back to back to back, not many teams can say that, especially in a region like the 4th region. What can you say about, this run that you've had?
Yeah, honestly, I told somebody earlier, I said, this is the best one we've had, just because nobody expected it. We did early. Now, we didn't know we was going to have Cade's injury. We didn't know he was going to only play 16 minutes. We didn't know he wasn't going to get to play back-to-backs. We didn't know he wasn't going to get to practice, like he needed to. But, so to finish up like we did, it's special to me, because I told him for the region championship game, if you get this one, it'll be the best one I've won. Best one, but just because of all the expectations, nobody expected us to win it. Nobody. I said, so if you get this one, this will be my favorite one. I cherish it. I cherish them all, but this one is special, So I was proud of them, man. Because like I said, you took a group of guys that nobody gave a chance, and they fought and they got us here. And that's all you can ask for, to be one of the final 16 teams.
Final question on the corner there.
Cade, you guys won the state championship last year. How did you convince your dad that you would be able to play this year? And what was it like coming off the floor that last time?
I knew I wanted to play. These guys never really got me, and I knew they worked. We worked extremely hard in the off season before the injury. And I knew once they said I had a chance of playing again, I was gonna play and help get them back here. But yeah, it meant a lot.
You're coming off the court that last time?
Yeah, it was nice, but obviously I wanted to win.
Coach Unseld, congratulations to you and the Warren Central Dragons on a great season.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, okay.